Hello heroes and my magic fans. I'd just like to show you a final battle on hard mode that I did doing the Haven versus Inferno. It was on, I think it's called the Windrose map, and I wanted you to take a look at the heroes. It's the map with the phoenixes that you have to break through, and then there's like the dragon temple in the middle with all the gold and the gems, I think. Yeah, gems. The only way you can get gems is beating the phoenixes and getting through the middle and gaining extra gold as well, with a bunch of stat bonuses also. So I look at my champion, he's level 20, 18 attack, 17 defense, 5 spell power, which is, yeah, and 9 knowledge, which is pretty good. Luck of 7, which is amazing. I was actually able to take over the Dragon Temple for the AI, and it was just ridiculous. I got so many good luck items. Yeah, and then having like super or level 3 luck helped out with that. And I don't think I took a shrine at all. I think this is my standard luck. And then my morale is 5, which is pretty good. Now I got the enemy hero. She's level 17, but her attack's decent, but her defense is terrible. Spare power is 7, knowledge is 7, which is decent. Morale of 1, which is terrible. No luck. And she's already used some of her mana. Oh, wait a minute. No, she got double mana somehow. I don't know how she did that. But her having 70 mana and me having 90, but she has 94 from being double maned or extra maned. I don't know how that works out. Maybe they got like a sorcery skill or something, or an intellect skill or something. I don't think she has intellect because her stats are so low. No, I don't think she has enlightenment. Sometimes I call it intellect. And then over here I have archdemons, which I picked up because unfortunately I lost my town, but I was able to capture their town, and so we were sort of going back and forth trying to, take each other's towns back, and finally, I pushed the AI back towards my town, and they tried to make a sneak cross me and get back to their town with this force of hers, and it just didn't happen. I was like one space close enough to get to her. If it wasn't for the AI moving in a certain direction, I would not have been able to capture them. So that was pretty amazing that I was able to catch them because for some reason I think she has expert logistics with like pathfinding. I think lets you move over terrain 50% less restriction to move over rough terrain. Because she was moving like light speed. Like she would just take out my heroes left and right because I'd try to flee with them, and she would just take them out. But anyway, take a look at my army. I've got archdemons, which have been pumped severely by my attack and defense. We have this guy is a champion that gives +1 attack and defense to squires, and I forget the other types, but they give them to squires too. This basic troop type, he gives +1 attack and defense for every 2 levels, so they're getting +10 attack and defense. They're like pretty strong unit, ridiculous defense, pretty awesome attack. They do more damage than my what is it? my archers up here. My archers still do a decent amount of damage, my crossbowmen I mean. And then we have the griffins, if I can get clicked on them. They're about the same as the archers, but they're more, they got like less numbers, obviously. We got my angels, which I have 13 of, which I was lucky enough to recruit from just running around and starting battle with angels. They decided to recruit to me. So I got really lucky with that, or else I probably wouldn't have been able to take on the AI right now. But it made the AI from challenging to moderate once I got these angels. And then I have my archangels, which they have a decent attack, pretty good attack, pretty good defense. I have max defense on him. I've got max luck. I have max morale. I have, what else do I have? I have Counter Strike ×3 and light magic. Bonus to all light or expert light magic. And I do have some really good spells like Word of Light, Resurrection. So this is gonna be pretty good for me. I think even, I don't know what they have for forces. I just know they got a lot of stuff. And I did throw a couple armies at them and weaken them a little bit, but we'll see right now what they have. Oh wait a minute, I have to put some griffins on the table. I can't. Oh well. 15 griffins, not a big deal. I could probably win with this. Let's see what they have. Well, they come out with a devastating first attack. What are these? Firehounds? Yeah. Immediately took out 8 of my squires. Or no, 4 of my squires. Actually, they don't have very much of an army at all. When I went to their town, I noticed that they could recruit archdemons, but they must not have had the resources to do so. So they weren't able to get their tier 6 unit, I think. I think there's six different unit types. But anyway, so they have a lot of familiars, a decent amount of have firehounds. They have a decent. They don't really have a decent amount of pit spawns, but they have a lot of these horned grunts, which is insane. So they can do a leap attack and leap across the board and kill a bunch of angels real quick. They don't have very many succubi mistresses, and then they stole inquisitors from me. But there's 21 of them, which is okay, but it's not great. It's okay. They should definitely have more of these succubi mistresses and more pit spawns. So I did take them down quite a bit with my other armies that perished, unfortunately, but I was able to weaken them a little bit. So what am I going to do? Well, I don't want to get fireballed by, let me see here, magic proof, large creature, blade of slaughter. I don't know what blade of slaughter means. I guess I can check my PDF. Blade of slaughter. Blade of slaughter. Deals additional damage plus 2 damage per creature in the target stack. The +2 damage bonus is added after all the multiplier bonuses. So it's not that scary. It's not as scary as it could be, because they could luck strike and then the damage would be added after the luck strike, which is decent. Not decent, I mean. If it was added before, then the luck strike would be even more powerful, which would be scary. But she doesn't have any luck on her, so she can suck it. So I don't think they can cast Fireball, so I don't have to worry about being all bunched up like this. I'm surprised that they were able to go first, because I do have a ring that adds +10 to all my creature initiative. And I have high morale. My troops are sort of intermixed, being able to go first. A lot of them are able to go first, but I'm still surprised that the enemy, I thought that this action time bar would just be full of my troops, but they got like their troops here. She gets to go even before my hero. Then both of her troops over here can go. But we're gonna get rid of these guys because they're draining my mana, and I just can't have that. Luck strike for the win. That's why I have like 7 luck. It's ridiculous. 13 mana left. I think I can cast like mass endurance, maybe. I mean, that was a huge hit to just suck my mana. Very unfortunate. Well, getting a luck strike with even this guy, I think. 2 morale, only 2 morale, but 7 luck. So the penalty must be 3 then, for having troops of the opposite faction, or an evil faction. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm gonna tear apart their army, basically. So they have dark magic, I think, because they have not excruciating strike, but suffering strike or something like that. Gonna fly up with these guys coming over here. See if I can cast anything at all. Mass endurance, mass divine strength. I think we'll go with mass endurance. Just to say F you to the AI. Yeah, they're getting slaughtered because of their 3 defense. This would be more of a battle if the AI actually had defense, but it's just not happening. I got the superior stats on them, because I was able to reach the middle first and get all the stat bonuses. And on top of that, Haven's just huge on getting might, power, and defense. Yeah, basically. So, I'm going to finish off these guys like so. Another amazing luck strike. Another amazing luck strike. Angel's getting hammered on over there. There should be something I should be able to do. Counter-strike somebody? I really don't think it's a issue at this point. But we could counter-strike them, I guess. Actually, there's no point to it because these guys get to go and then the angels get to go afterwards. It's too bad I couldn't have used my word of light. I really wanted to use that, and I wanted to use resurrection, but oh well. It happens. Every hit's a luck strike. It's beautiful. Do some healing just because I can. Weakening strike, I think that's what it's called, I'm not too sure. And the game is over. I think I only had one attack that wasn't a luck strike there. And that's pretty much it. Scouting would be nice, I guess. That's their big main army. Now all that there was left to do would be to take back the city, which has a low garrison, which would easily be taken. That would be the end of the game. So there you go. I finally played a game on hard mode. Able to throw some units at the AI, get it to get weakened a little bit, and then go in for the kill. On challenging, I think I still would have won, but those angels that I picked up along the way really helped out. Like, you know, I would attack these and then I would get them just by they just recruit onto me. They just want to join my army. So I got like 3 stacks of them that were like all over here and all up in here, like over here and stuff, and like in this area. And I got all these stat bonuses. And I got this one and this one, and there's a stat boost over here somewhere else. This one, and this one, and this one. Oh, and I got the knowledge stat boost from this. And I got this stat boost over here, +1 attack. And this one was +2 attack or defense, and I picked attack. I picked attack on all my stuff. The only one I didn't get was over here because, unfortunately, I do not like fighting battle mages, even with griffins, because they always seem to, you know, kill a lot of my griffins, even though I kill a lot of theirs. I don't like that. I use griffins to attack ranged units because they can fly, and then they can move really fast on the ground too. So there'll be like 1 round of shooting against them, or 2 at most. Depends on what your initiative is or what your morale is. Which my morale was high, so I did have to fight some shooters, and I was able to take them out without losing griffins. But that's pretty much it. And I got the Dragon Temple with losing minimum amount of troops, so I was really happy about that. Probably lost, I think I lost some crossbowmen and some squires, and I had like like 30 griffins and like 200 some squires and like 200 some crossbowmen and like 6 angels or whatever. I took them in here and just roughhoused them. Um, so that was cool, and I got a lot of really good artifacts out of that. I can show you here. Basically, I got this and this and this from that temple, and then I got this, this, and this from the temple. Yeah, this, and this. I didn't use these because they hurt my initiative, so I don't use them. And I have this, which adds +2 to my attack and defense, which is awesome. Yeah. 1818, can't beat that. Oh, I just got this. So what would it have been without these? 1818. Never mind. This is all the magic items I had on me. Increased heroes morale by 2 and luck by 2. Increases luck by 2. So I was at 3, and then 4 is 7. I got the destruction magic stone from the dragon temple. But obviously I didn't get to use it because they sucked all my mana away. Which was really jerky of them. How dare they? They should have took the last tier of little demons and not been able to do that. But the computer was smart, and it knew what I wanted to do, and it counteracted me. It did its thing. It optimized. 10% of all units initiative during combat. This is the thing that I really wanted to use. 10% of all units initiative during combat. Plus 10%. And I had this ring as +1 to all, +1 to the 4 primary attributes of the hero, increases initiative by all shooters in hero's army by 10%. So that was really awesome too. Because crossbowmen are kind of slow, I think. Let me see here. Adds 2 to the hero's attack and defense and grants 50% protection from cold-based spells. Not a big deal about the cold-based spells, but I mean, it could be if they had, if they had Circle of Winter or something like that. But I wasn't too concerned about AI having ice magic. I was more concerned about the AI having like fire magic where it could cast meteor or something, or having dark magic where it could mind control something or whatever. But obviously that wasn't the case. So that's that. Now I go on to my skills. Add magic protection, master of blessings, master of arduration. Sorry, I can't pronounce things. I had stand your ground, which I didn't have to use in that combat, but I could have defended with my angel up top. No, I couldn't have. Never mind. I could have defended with my angel up top and then get like a 30% bonus, but it's not like that useful, I don't think, in a lot of situations. Maybe early on in the game it was useful when I had my squires and Counter-Strike up, where I would have the enemy ground units, like I'd defend and then they'd pound on me and they wouldn't do shit for damage, and then my hero would counter-strike along with my unit counter-striking, or doing retaliation strikes is what I should say. That's what it's called, retaliation strikes. And then more magic defense. So I had a lot of magic defense, really. And then, because this decreases all damage dealt by your decreases damage dealt to your creatures by magic attacks by 15%, and then increases magic resistance of all creatures in Hero's army by 15%. Creatures are more likely to avoid enemy magic. So this is like, I think this is like, you just nullify it altogether, the resistance. And this actually reduces the damage. So that might have been helpful. The bonuses really aren't that big on this, but I don't know how much that would affect magic if they actually were higher. Considering, having expert magic with like Master of Fire and Ignite, you can like just like do massive fireballs at people, and like if you played Academy or something, you do massive fireballs at people and they just melt. Um, but yeah, then I had expert leadership, expert defense, obviously, which is incredible for me anyway. Expert luck, and basically just 6 I just picked up because I wasn't able to catch them, and I think this is what won me the game, to be honest. Having that one more point of movement over rough terrain, or however many points it was, having that one more point or whatever allowed me to catch them and win. Or else they'd be just running all over the place, and then, getting their town back probably, and then getting all the troops from that, and then becoming even more powerful, and because they could just outrun me pretty much. So that's that, YouTube, and hope you watched more of my videos. I hope you thought this was entertaining. I hope that you like and subscribe. I'm going to be putting more videos up as soon as possible. This is just kind of a quirky video that I put up, just kind of showing off Haven a little bit and like what they can do. Explaining some things about them, like the counter-strike and using squires to attack with. I was also using the training ability, which allowed me to train up to 20 archers per turn and then upgrade them to crossbowmen, and that's how I took out the phoenixes. I had a crap ton of squires, so I split them up into let me see, 5 or 6 groups, one being a really large stack and the others being like just one of them, one of each. And then I'd huddle them around my crossbowmen, and I'd have my crossbowmen like one-shot phoenixes, because I just had so many of them because I was training so many. And it's like training per week, I think it is. I got up to 20 training per week. Please leave in comments if I'm able to train more than 20, because all that I could do was a max of 20, and I was really trying to get like max counter-strike and stuff on all my guys, and it just wasn't going up. I had like 4 champions at one time, and it just wasn't going up. So yeah, I don't know if the cap is 20 or not, but on this map it helped me out quite a bit to get to the middle first. You can make squires too. You can make, I think you can make cavaliers. I'm not too sure about that. Please leave a comment if you know more about the training mechanic, because I'd like to know more about that. I researched some stuff, but I have a learning disability, which I can't focus, or I'm kind of like dyslexia, where I can't read words. I read words backwards or stuff like that. So I try to research as much as possible, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. Um, literally speaking, my ass clenches when I fucking try to learn something. I'm so intense. No, I'm just kidding. Not literally. Um, but yeah, this is my video, and I hope you liked it. And this is Odin signing off.